Welcome back. I'm your host, Wan, and we have returned for the actual 65th episode of our GTA Online Racing Masters series presented by EpicCW.net. The goal of the episode is to win 3 out of 5 in the 1-2 position against the amateurs from the GTA 5 community, and we've got a bunch of them here today. We are joined by the GOAT, the driving god, Riz god, goal god, farming god, forklift certified racing connoisseur, owner of Epic CW, the fine print, the misunderstood driving villain, race playlist, 220 mountain winner, and him, Curtis. Yes.
Reality's coming, dog.
What?
Oh, everybody's just roasting this fucking bum, that's all.
Who's the bum we're roasting collectively?
Diana Taurasi.
Oh, what does she do and who is she?
She's, quote, the greatest women's basketball player of all time. I mean, to be fair, she does have the most points and a shit ton of championships and the most Olympic gold medals of a female basketball player. But she got cooked. She was talking shit earlier this year. I mean, she played, a long time ago. She's been in the league for like 20 years. So she was like one of the original players that was good at like UConn back when they were like starting to win a lot of championships. Like before they had like 50 million. So she's obviously like a good player, WNBA player for a long time, but she said in an ESPN interview about Caitlin Clark coming to WNBA that reality's coming because it's different playing against WNBA players compared to other girls in college. Which is a valid point if you're not like an all-time talent. Because for most players, if you're killing it in college, going to professional level is going to be harder and an adjustment. But Caitlin Clark's doing because it's different when you're playing against 18-year-olds and 19-year-olds that are going to play for a few years and then you'll get like another job, and they're not going to be professional basketball players.
Oh, okay.
So you're not playing against the best, where if you're against WNBA players, you're against the best in the country.
Okay,
and some of the best in the world.
Okay, I thought you meant like compared to men.
Didn't bring men up at all. Nope, didn't do that.
Right, I know that. I just didn't understand what you were comparing it to.
So.
Oh wait, no, I don't want to pick that car. Hold on.
So like that was the thing. Like she said, reality is coming. Because again, when you're playing against players in college compared to when you go to a pro level, that is typically a valid point. But Caitlin Clark's like an all-time like elite talent, so it's a little different than most of the other players come out of college. So she said that she kind of got trolled for it, and then her team, which is the Phoenix Mercury, lost all 3 games against the Indiana Fever this year. And the USA women's team that played in the Olympics lost to the WNBA All-Stars because that was like their warm-up game. And Caitlin Clark was on the WNBA All-Stars because she wasn't on the Olympic team. So she's beat Diana Taurasi all 4 times they played each other. So, alright.
Damn, dude, that's so whack.
So, reality is coming. So everyone's just posting that. So, yeah.
Sorry, before I didn't mean to say men. I meant to say players that weren't in college but get recruited. Does that happen? If you're not in college or not in like if you're a random basketball player, you're just like the best in the world, but you didn't at a spot in high school or college, do they still look for you and sign you to a team, or do you need like? So, let me use a person who's actually a basketball player who's really, really good. So the professional, I guess he's like a basketball player on YouTube. He goes by the professional, and he like goes to basketball courts all over California and like roasts literally everybody who plays. So, and like he's really fucking good with his footwork and dribbling and everything like that. A lot better than what I've seen in the NBA. So my question is,
sure.
I mean, dude's played NBA players and it's crossed up a lot of them easily. But
okay.
I mean,
but does that translate to winning basketball games?
I don't know. That was my next question. Is do they?
Well, probably not, because if he's playing basketball on YouTube, he probably went to college, or played basketball in high school, and wasn't good enough.
Okay.
Because if you're doing that, you're probably not going to be that good, right? He looks good playing against some dude at a fucking random court, but how's he do if he was playing professional basketball and on a basketball team? Because if you're, playing well, you're probably not going to not have been on a team if you're that good. So he's probably not that good. He just looks good in that aspect. But he's probably not like NBA talent good. And again, if you can cross up somebody, that's one thing. That doesn't really translate necessarily to actually being good. Doing that in a 1v1 situation is a little different than like playing on a team.
He has team games too with a couple other people, but besides the point, I see what you're saying. So is there like another way besides college or high school to get into the NBA? Like, is there like a
G League
league outside? Oh, okay.
Playing basketball in Europe.
They have more opportunities.
See, here's the thing. European basketball is different because those guys just go right into it. There's no like, I'm playing in like you're already in professional levels like when you're 16.
Oh.
So these guys might be like, again, some of the best players. You got Jokic and you got Luka, you got Giannis. Those are the guys that have won MVP the last few years. None of them are American. But they all would have played in Europe at younger ages. So, like, they come here and they're already playing against, having played against adults, so they could be like 18, 19, right? They've already played professional basketball. Like the rookie, the number one rookie this year was Wembanyama. He was from France. If you watched the gold medal game, you would have seen him in it. Like, he's a rookie this year, but he played for years in leagues in Europe before getting drafted. So again, you can do that. Some players, even from America, might say, "Nah, I want to go play a year or two in another country instead of going to college," because college is like, because you're forced to do it too, which is kind of lame. If you're a good enough player, because you didn't used to have to. You come right out of high school. Like Kobe and LeBron, they both did that. They just came right out of high school. They were good enough, so they didn't need to go to college. You could do college, but they opted not to.
Makes sense.
So
yeah, I knew they were like the fucking top of the line when they were getting out of high school, so there's really no purpose in doing that. But
right. So, and players now though, they're not allowed to. You have to do 1 year of college. So you get a lot of guys do 1 year, and then they go NBA. Women's basketball, they typically do a few years because now at least the players will make more money or equal money in college compared to WNBA with the NIL deals, which they didn't used to have. So you'll probably see less players in women's basketball going to like Europe if they're like a really, really good, or those other random ass leagues. Russia and China, they probably won't go to there because they would have more money in college.
Right.
Like, Caitlin Clark will never have to do that because she's got so many NIL deals from just being in college, which players years ago didn't have that opportunity. If you, like, got any money in college and your school lost, like, years of shit.
Oh, shit. Like, it was like a lawsuit?
No, like, you would lose all your titles and championships and scholarships and a bunch of shit.
Clark on backwards.
Like, all that, you would get it taken away. Like, there's, I think it's 2013. Like, they would take away championships. I don't remember the 2013 championship. It was men's basketball. I don't remember what it was. I don't remember if it was paying players or something else. But, yeah. And now there's NIL deals, and they can just get paid, and it doesn't matter. But players back then didn't, and when I say back then, I mean like 4 years ago. It's not like it's a long time ago.
Oh, okay. I was thinking like 90s.
No, like back then is like not that long ago. Like this just got changed.
Okay.
Like, that's why college football came out as a video game.
Okay.
Because
yeah, I was kind of wondering why that was a thing.
So college football used to exist as a video game. That's not new.
Oh my! The fuck even just happened, dude?
I have no idea. So college football is not a new video game. It just hadn't. They didn't make one for like 10 years. Because the issue was the thing was that getting like rights and stuff was difficult for colleges.
Mm.
And the thing is that the players didn't get paid to be in the video game because they couldn't. Because you weren't allowed to make money as a student athlete. So like anything, you didn't get paid money for it because you're a student.
So they can use your likeness in the video game before that point, but you just didn't get paid?
Right, so then they didn't make games for 10 years. Because the last one was like 2013. So that's why this one just came out this year, because EA making the game was able to pay the players. So that's why every player that's in the video game got $600 and a copy of the game. So like every single player took that. So players can, you can get deals with Nike and Adidas and whoever wants to give you a deal. Like, you can do that stuff now in college, which you weren't allowed to do before. So, the players are making more money. Again, it's obviously not all positive, because, like, a lot of the players are not necessarily just staying at one school in certain sports, and, like, it changes the recruiting process. Because, you recruit a player based on if the coach is good or whatever, program's good, the school, it's a good education, but now it's like, all right, how much money can I get? So it kind of changed a little bit from, like, how that works.
Bro, that's really fucking whack, dude. I don't think I'm going to be able to catch up on this.
This is the difficult track to catch up on him, and I haven't got the lead once yet.
And my car is slower on these straights, so I'm just losing time. Fuck, dude. Yeah, I did a couple races of this just to see if it would get like lobbies of people earlier, and I've seen the Niobe used more than the GTO, and I've also seen that it is extremely difficult to catch up if you fall back.
I mean, it took me, this is the first time I led the race the entire time. Like, I got absolutely fucked at the start, and it took me the whole time to get up from 12th to 1st. I literally needed all 8 laps here to catch up. This dude's gonna want to crash me. Oh, he isn't. That's surprising.
No, that dude hasn't been crashing me. I wrecked myself off the tube there.
No, I punted him into a fucking wall, trying to help you catch up. Does this chicane have slowdown strips in it? Did you do that?
Yes.
Okay.
It has 2.
Lovely.
I actually went back and edited it because I felt like the slowdown strips Like,
oh, you're fucking
originally I didn't have.
Fucking hell. Oh shit. I couldn't catch him, so I hit the wall and spun myself into the slowdown strips instead. That's fine.
Yeah, before I had just the one slowdown strip there. Well, actually, the way this track was made, I didn't put any down, and I just made it to go around and then miss a checkpoint. But I figured, you know, might as well put 2 slowdown strips down there, so that way it penalizes you, and you know not to do it the next time. But you can still take that route and not get fucked up and have to go back, because that kind of messes up the flow of the track with people like driving backwards and collecting the checkpoint. So felt like that was a better way to make the track.
That kind of sucked.
Bro, really? Come on, dude. I wouldn't be able to catch up on this anyway, but...
Tried to fucking send it. He spun me, so that helped. Thought I was gonna hit him and I wasn't, so he just took me out in the next corner, so that's good. And then I sent it through a chicane just trying to catch him and couldn't because this track sucks. Not your build of it, just the fucking track in general sucks.
Mm.
One of the most obnoxious tracks to race. Bro could pick any fucking track, picks the fucking one of the top most obnoxious tracks to play in Gran Turismo.
Bro, I don't know why, I just love this track so much. Like, I have a love-hate relationship with it. I hate it because that one fucking turn up at the corner, and it's just obnoxious to drive in the Hip Mountain. But there's something about it, dude.
Oh, absolutely.
It's unique. Probably because it's from Australia. Anything racing in Australia is fucking cringe.
Is it?
Yeah, I mean, you had the bozos that fucking were from Australia that had a meltdown.
Well, here's the thing. You're talking about dudes racing in Gran Turismo from Australia. Australian racing is fucking wild.
How so?
Have you seen it ever? Or how's it
different, I guess? I don't see how it's different than regular racing. I mean, I guess not if it's...
It's just the way that they race is like... I don't know. They're wild?
Like, what do you mean? Because is it like NASCAR is like a little bit looser with the rules, and then like Europe is more like you can't touch each other? Is that kind of like what you're talking about?
It's like a mix between... Like... It's like NASCAR where you can like push dudes out the way, but it's unlike F1 street circuits.
Oh.
But there are still like penalties for excessive crashing and stuff, but there's a balance to it. It's not like NASCAR where it's just like I punt somebody out the way. I mean, hooking somebody to win gets you disqualified from the playoffs. As Austin Dillon is. But hooking Denny Hamlin on the wall didn't go down well.
Oh, that dude got taken out of the playoffs?
He gets to keep the win, but the playoffs, he's out of the playoffs, so.
Oh, wow. So who got the next spot?
Nobody. It just counts as...
Just the person...
No, it just counts as nobody wins. It counts as like a driver that's not eligible for points won a race, basically.
Okay.
Because for NASCAR playoffs, there's requirements to make the playoffs. It's not just like you can show up, win one race, and you're in. You have to attempt every start. And you're guaranteed a start with a charter. So every driver is basically that's like chartered car gets in, but you have to do a race. You can't just like win the first race of the year and then show up in September like, alright, I'm ready, guys. So
damn, so bro fucked 2 people out of getting in the playoffs, right?
No, they already.
Because they had a chance to get in the playoffs as well. Oh, okay.
They're already in. Denny Hamlin won earlier.
But dude just.
Well, no, because
dude just
here's the
spun
thing.
These 2 dudes just to get him mad and ultimately have his win taken away. Like, bro, you did that for no reason.
But he did it with the intention that he was going to get penalized because they've not done that. That's something they've never done.
Oh, okay.
They've never said you win, but you're not qualified anyways. They've never done that because nobody's gone into the corner. And I don't even think the hitting Joey Logano out of the way was the part that they were mad about. Like, it was wild, but hooking Denny Hamlin on the straight, when your spotter says wreck him over the radio, that's when you get a problem. Because the SMT data that they get from all the cars shows a spike in acceleration. And, like, I don't know if it was a spike in acceleration or if it was the... I don't know if it was... No, it was the steering input. It showed the steering input down the track. So he intentionally went to go crash Denny Hamlin. Denny Hamlin's moving up because that's the natural racing line, but Austin Dillon intentionally goes down and hits him in the wall. That's the part that's the problem. Is hooking somebody into the wall the way he did. Again, taking out Joey Logano, I wouldn't.
Being said,
I wouldn't go from that far back. I think that's a bit extreme. But hooking somebody coming down the track, that's what typically creates more of a problem. Drivers got suspended for hooking someone in the right rear into a wall before, including Chase Elliott, who's the most popular driver. He got suspended a race for it. Bubba Wallace got suspended a race for it. Austin Dillon, it wasn't as wild, but he lost a chance to go to the playoffs instead. Because the thing is, again, you have to make the playoffs, you don't have to win a race. You have to be top 16 in points if you don't win a race. So it's win and you automatically make the playoffs, or be the highest in points of guys that don't have wins. You can be anywhere in points. Like, again, Austin Dillon was 32nd when he won, and that moves him up now to, or would have moved him up to what, 13th or 13th? Yeah. No, he would have been 12th. So everybody that wins, you get points, and then from there it's just regular season points, whoever has the most. So drivers without wins with the most points: Martin Truex, Ty Gibbs, Chris Buescher, and Bubba Wallace. So currently those guys are all in the playoffs without a win. So
okay.
Again, they took away Austin Dillon's advancing in the playoffs because of the way he raced. Again, that still counts as a win in the record books. Austin Dillon now has 5 wins all time. But he doesn't get to use that win to make the playoffs. So he's back to like 31st in points. 31st, yeah, he lost the advance in the playoffs, lost 25 points, and his spotter got a 3-week suspension.
As he should. I mean, the fuck, like, I mean, I know you're able to take people out in NASCAR, or not take people out entirely, but, you know, shove them, bump them into the wall, whatever.
You can crash somebody, it's how you do it, and if your team is telling you to do it. That's the difference.
Yeah, like, that's a little wild as a spotter to last, what was it, 2 laps? To say, hey, crash these dudes.
No, that was going to the finish
playoffs. Oh, okay. I thought it was
that was the last
2 laps before.
That was coming out of the last turn. That was coming out of turn 4.
Okay.
Also, doesn't help when your team owner goes to the radio and says, "I'm proud of you." Granted, it's his grandfather, but still. He said, I'm proud of you.
Real quick, like, would you, if you were a NASCAR driver, would you be proud of that win?
I don't think
like,
it's
in the moment.
I think it's more not necessarily are you proud of it, but did you do everything you could to win? And are you willing to do whatever it takes to win? I think that's the difference. You might not be proud of it, but you did whatever it took to win. Take like when we're doing Racing Masters, are we proud to punt somebody to a fucking corner in the last turn? If they're just chilling? Like, not really. But we did whatever it took to win.
Right, I get it.
Like, I don't want to crash. I don't want to crash every dude, but we're doing whatever we got to do to win the episode and get the win. And that's like, that's the thing. So, in the moment, Austin Dillon did what he had to do to win and take the opportunity when he's been terrible all year. And he took the opportunity. The one race that his car was good, he was racing good. I mean, he was in the top 10 most of the day. So he raced really well. You have that opportunity to win, make the playoffs. You're going to do what you have to do. Again, part of it's the product of the system, where if the playoffs didn't exist, you're probably not punting somebody from 5 car lengths behind, and you're probably not hooking somebody on the straight. You're probably not doing either one to win in the last lap, because if you're just racing for points, second place is fantastic. If you've been 30th all year, like, you're not going to gain many more points out of first to second. You might get like 5 or 10. But when you're racing purely for all that matters is the win. If you think about it, NASCAR, all that matters is winning, because the points in the end of the day, it matters, but not really. Like, when the playoffs come, you get some extra points. Like, if you're first in the standings, you get 15 bonus points that you can keep for all the rounds. But that's it. The whole season comes down to 15 bonus points for who wins the regular season. And then, when it comes to stages, I mean, winning a stage obviously is helpful, but like, ultimately you're not really racing for points, so second doesn't matter. Go win it. Do whatever it takes to win.
Alright, I guess I understand that.
So, like, I get why he made the move, but I mean, it's definitely a move. I'm pretty sure I made a post something like that.
Yes, word for word. It's definitely a move that whatever Austin Dillon just made.
Yeah.
Alright. The third Cox Taurus, final one for the series that we're doing here this week. I'm going to put in a new series next week. Yes, we lost the Cox Tour 2. We lost the first one. There was a dude who was trying to fuck us up in the last week, take our win away, but we did pull it away.
How you feel about the new merch, dog?
I like it.
We added to the WAN Review collection.
The WAN Review collection, the Curtis for President collection.
See, that item,
dang shit.
The item in the WAN Review collection, the fanny pack, which we're calling the Wanny pack.
I don't like that yet.
That was Jonathan's idea after you had the visor. He said, you need to make a fanny pack, and I was like, okay. And when I was just making things last night, Dog, there's a lot. What the fuck kind of cars do we have, dog?
What the?
Bro cooked, dog.
Do you have a customized car?
I do, but it's not the fucking one that we should have.
Yeah.
Bro didn't add it.
That all the...
You probably didn't add it because that car came out after this track was made.
Oh, that's right. Fuck, that's why I didn't change it.
Went through so hard, oh my god.
That's why I didn't change it, because I thought this was the only one that I had allowed all vehicles, which I did, but I forgot that I restricted the vehicles because I didn't want the Devastate in this for the Superclass, so I'd have to go in and change it, because I made this before that came out. That's fucked.
I got a Shafter V12 modified, so I'm in a good spot.
I think this car is fat. Oh my god.
What do you have? That thing. It looks like it should be fast. Oh my god.
This dude's gonna be a cuck boy. Wow. Brilliant.
Yeah, I'm kind of over racing this track for a while. The thing is, when new tracks get made, there's like 3 series, so I gotta race like every track fucking 20 times. Did you get hit in the wall?
No, I got hit into the post-op.
But you got hit?
Yes.
Weird. I was nowhere fucking near you. Like, normally it's very close. There was a giant gap between us that time.
I would have been fine if it wasn't for that stupid fucking post-op box. Alright, come here, boy.
But yeah, man, I do like all the tracks in Racing Masters and Versus Challenge and Race Playlist.
I'll get some new races in there.
When it gets to a few weeks from now, extra playlists. Looking forward to that.
Oh shit. Is this in the Reinhardt? I think that is. Yeah.
Of course, you guys didn't see the announcement of our premiere project. Gwen and I are doing 2 race playlists together in September, so be on the lookout for that. I'm drifting away.
See, sedan class, you could take the shortcut. The shit's not going way too fast for you to be off the line and hit the tree. Oh, Mr. President! Okay. Okay, buddy. Wow. Like I just hit a brick wall.
I mean, bro was glitching everywhere in that yellow car.
I was trying to pass him by getting a slipstream and then taking the left of him, but...
Maybe I'm glitching everywhere.
Who knows, bro? Come on, dude! Come on, dude! This fucking race is over, too. Dude just fucking hit me off the track.
Bro's pulling a Jonathan saying it's over after fucking halfway through.
I mean...
That's crazy.
I have more reason, though. Because my car seems to be the same speed as Reinhardt, and I keep getting fucked up by dudes now who are fucking behind. Still in here, but...
I do think I have something downloaded, actually. Come to think of it. Because last time I played, I turned off my system and it just said download continuing, some bullshit. I'm like, dog. Like, I didn't tell you to fucking on pause.
God.
Damn, this bum is 2 laps down in that yellow fucking car now. That's crazy. Imagine being that shit at the game.
Imagine being that shit at the game and then hitting the fucking second place dude off the fucking track. Literally being a waste of fucking oxygen, dude. Finally took off a half a second on this dude. Having a clean lap here. Here's where I can really make up some time. Bro, fuck off. Come on, dude. You already fucked my race up once.
I'm cooking this time, though. Really cooking. Whoa, big slide there again.
This dude he's pretty far, but if I don't have any slides or get fucked up anybody, I should be right on him with these 2 last laps. Going for the fastest lap here. You're not so shitting, boy.
There we go. Get out of my way, you bum.
Very, very good sequence there.
Can we lap into the top 5? Let's see. On this track, that'd be fucking insane.
See this dude in my sights.
Trying to give myself
just started the 10th lap.
Wait.
Missed the shortcut. Fuck. He's gonna do slip trimming, could go bad. I think I needed another lap. This dude's right in front of me here. Damn, dude. Yeah, I need another lap. I would have been on his fucking ass. That's so fucking whack, dude.
Hey, I cooked.
First.
So. Yeah. I cooked, so you know I'm here.
Yeah, you were up there the entire time. First race, genuinely, that was, I don't know what happened, but that was on me. Hitting that tube and flying off. This time, this fucking dude right here, fucking hang me with a rope. Fucking, this dude fucked my entire race up, because I would have been very close. I would have been close to you, had I not flown off the track and had to make up 13 seconds. Such a fucking ass, dude.
So I think it's time to ask the important questions.
Did I see Kamala Harris's economic plans this morning?
No. Why did Juan unfollow Jonathan and me on X?
What?
Why are you not following Jonathan or me on X? What happened?
That is a good question. Hold on. I'm missing a lot of my followers. What the fuck? Or
following?
I'm following.
Yeah, I thought so. I thought you were following like 20 before. I was confused why you unfollowed us. I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah, no, that was not an intention. I'm following. Oh no, this. Okay.
Following EpicCW, which is the brand account.
Yeah. No clue why that's like that. How long has it been like that?
At least a day or two, because I was like, why did you unfollow both of us? Make sure you refollow Jonathan as well.
Nathan, let me try and find who else followed before. Hold on.
Yeah, because I was like, because you and I were messaging about something, and I clicked on your profile, and it didn't say follows you anymore. I was like, what the fuck?
We were talking about something?
Like, you and I were just, like, messaging on here. I was responding to you on something. I don't remember.
Okay. Fuck, dude. God damn it. Okay, I'm gonna release fucking
Kermit the Frog. I'm going to commit suicide.
Oh, okay. Tooncast. That was the other one. Good thing I wasn't followed too many people because I remember.
Oh, I'm reposting that. That's crazy.
I think there was one more, but I don't remember. How many did I have before? Followers?
I don't really know how many you were following. I think it was. Let's see. Oh, it was Jonathan that was following a shit ton. Yeah, you might have followed a few more than that. Weren't you following Max Verstappen, or was that on Instagram?
Don't remember if I was following Max, but I'll follow him.
Because I see you're following Formula One. That was the only racing you were following, right?
How you
doing? Yeah. I don't think I was following Max before.
Okay. You know, I just didn't know if you followed. Again, you're following F1. I didn't know if you were following NASCAR as well.
I was not before, but I can add that too.
Talk my fucking bio. 2036 presidential candidate now. I'm just adding shit.
You go to hell. You just made my day. Okay. Oh. Oh.
I love fighting random NPCs on the street, dog. What happened?
I was just starting up the test of the race, and I was looking through to try and find like the conversation we're having, and I found 3 random posts of like letters and shit on my account.
Oh, you didn't
like
do
shit
that?
No shit that I did not. I don't post like. This is like a bunch of random ass fucking symbols and.
Oh, I thought you did that. That was there a few days ago.
No, please.
Maybe I had my phone in my pocket or something, and like my shit wasn't turned off, and it just did a bunch of shit on my X account because I was.
Could have been.
I remember I followed like a couple of days ago. I followed Trump because you brought it up, and I was like, oh yeah, I didn't follow my man Trump since he's back.
Yeah.
But after that point, that might have been like I might have stayed on the follower list, and like I had my phone open, and like it was like rubbing up against my leg, and it fucking kept switching.
Well, because that was whatever. That was the day that you put out your whole post and claimed you weren't having a meltdown. It was after that. So I don't know whatever you did that day, because that was the day we were messaging back and forth on there. And then you made the random letter post like later that day. And then I
was just at work that day.
Me, like after that. Like I noticed it whenever we were messaging about something. Oh, I think it was the when you made the cuck of the day meme.
Yes.
It was. That's when I noticed that you weren't following me anymore. So was that Wednesday?
I was just
Thursday.
I was just at work that entire day.
Yeah, because that's the day.
So after we had that conversation, I just like didn't really check X until I got out of work.
Yeah, I mean, because again, that was when we were having that conversation. Was that yesterday or Thursday? Yesterday was Thursday.
I think it was Wednesday.
Wednesday, Because that was the thing, because I clicked to respond to you, and you know when you're like, if you follow somebody, if you go to their profile, it says like next to their name, like follows you.
Yeah.
Like, and I noticed yours didn't have it. I was like, that's interesting. But, I mean, I was like, whatever. And then I just happened to look, I'm like, he's not following Jonathan either. Because we were making jokes about,
And apparently I lost fucking, or didn't lose, but half my other fucking follower list was gone too, so.
people following you.
No. People I follow.
Oh, that's what I was talking about, yeah. People you follow,
Yeah.
like, that should drop down to fucking 7.
I feel like there's still one more person I can't fucking remember, dude.
Yeah, I don't remember who was on there.
I'll figure it. Oh, fuck. God fucking damn it. Let's go into the fucking menu.
So are we quitting this one?
Yeah. Nah, but you seen Kamala's economic policies this morning?
Yeah, I made a post about it.
I had to check that out. See what you said. Hello, X. Alright. Now it's not loading.
Why am I under the fucking water almost dead, dog? That feels racist. Okay.
Went out here.
If you guys didn't check it out, make sure you go back and check out Generational Run, the podcast. Episode 1. You should check it out. It's a pretty fire series.
We're really out here fucking doing full-blown communism. It's crazy.
I'll bring it to you. Okay? I got stuff to do.
Okay, here we go. Gotta load.
The Generational Run, the podcast, definitely going out on all the platforms. I mean, hopefully it goes out on Apple Podcasts. Again, by the time this video's out, we'll know. Apple Podcasts is strange, so.
Come in, unit. Unit, come in. Stop the vehicle. You're under arrest.
Eliminating medical debt for millions of men. My question is on that thing, on that point. Is that like one-time thing, or is that consecutively like eliminating the medical debt? In her imaginary policies in which she thinks this is gonna work, and the government's just gonna fucking do that.
I mean, if you think of communism, sure it works, but and again, this is the thing when you get you work your way towards communism. It's not like we haven't. I mean, Obama was for communism back when he was president. So we had so you have healthcare insurance provided by the government. Like that's it's a step towards that.
So what happened? What was there before that?
Just healthcare without the option to get it from the government. That's all.
So just like the insurance plans that were available?
Yeah, it's whatever you got from your business or whatever you paid out of your pocket, and not just like the government provides it. So it's like now you can get health insurance at your job. Back then, you just got health insurance at your job.
And we still ran with the anybody can get like medical treatment at any time, even if you didn't have the money for it.
I'd imagine you probably just had to pay.
Besides medications, yeah.
It's just people.
I mean, yeah, because those plans probably fucking suck too. Like the Obamacare, I wasn't on that as a kid. My parents didn't have that, so I don't really know about that or the medical care plan under Trump because I'm uninsured right now. But
yeah, you should be going around telling everybody you're uninsured, dog.
Why?
Because it's a rule that you have to have insurance.
Health insurance?
Yes.
What if I can't afford it? Are they going to give it to me? No, they're not going to do that. Are they going to throw me in jail because I don't have health insurance?
Yes.
Really?
Yeah, it's against the law to not have health insurance, dog.
So why are all the homeless people in jail?
Because they have a bunch of other fucking problems.
They don't have health insurance, though. You could have a whole fucking... Why aren't all the people who are coming from the southern border arrested? Because they don't have health insurance.
They're also not citizens. You have to have health
They're also
insurance.
breaking...
They are breaking the rules, but clearly they don't care, do they? I'm just letting you know, dog. That's all I'm saying.
I don't see how that works. Like, how are you gonna arrest me for something I can't fucking pay for? Like, you're gonna arrest me for living uninsured because the fucking health system of the United States is shit and super expensive?
Is it shit? Because again, you can have other countries where the government just gives it all to you and then you wait fucking 20 years to get anything fixed.
I'm not saying that what they don't have is shit, but I mean, again, they don't arrest people.
Can you not afford health insurance? Because you can get it from your job for like pretty cheap every paycheck.
It was a terrible plan. It was more of a credit plan than anything that actually saved me insurance on what I needed to get.
So you just opted not to do it?
Yeah, because you can't have two insurance plans at the same time, correct?
You can't have two at the same time?
Can you not? Because that's... Growing up, that's what my parents told me, is they couldn't just not have the insurance that they had or they would lose it.
You can have whatever. You don't have to have just one. Because, like, I have my dad's from his work, because you're allowed to have your parents' health insurance until you're 26. So I have one of my parents, or my dad has his, and then my mom's on my dad's as well. And then my mom could get her own if she wanted to. And then my dad could get whatever he wanted for working at Home Depot. I'm pretty sure he does. And I have a vision plan from Lowe's, so I have my own for that. But I'm on my dad's insurance, everything else.
So, says, no, you won't get arrested for not having health insurance in the United States, as it is not a legal requirement at the federal level. However, some states have individual mandates that require residents to have health insurance and may charge a penalty for those who don't. As of January 2024, these states include California, D.C., Massachusetts, New Jersey, and Rhode Island. Vermont also has an individual mandate, but doesn't currently impose a penalty for non-compliance.
Okay.
Yeah, I feel like that'd be a really,
I know my dad
really...
said it was, so maybe he was just doing the wrong thing, or I don't know. That's what he said, but...
That'd be a really fucking retarded. And I know there's a lot of black people in the United States who do not have health insurance, period. And, like, they don't
I mean, I
bring that
wouldn't be
up as a
surprised
reason
if the state was, like, thinking of doing it if they hadn't already.
Yeah, probably not.
So, I wouldn't be surprised if something that they made and it didn't become official yet, too. You don't fucking know. But some states it is a law, though. Okay.
I feel like it's similar to, like the IRS when they don't... The IRS when you have, like, an outstanding balance or some shit of, like, $30 or $40 and you don't pay it. Like, people say they come to your house and fucking arrest you, but they don't over, like, some small amount. If you're, like, a billionaire, you're not doing that shit, then yeah, they will, but... If you're Trump.
So I'm chilling with health insurance for a little bit. My dad brought up the other day. I guess it's... You can be on your parents till you're 26, but it goes till the end of that plan's year. So... So, like, for me, my birthday's in February, but I could be on it till December because the plan starts at the end of the year. So... Or the beginning of the year. So, like, you set up for the plan going into the year, right? So you sign up for, like, November or whatever enrollment is. So... You can be in it because you're 25, and then it just stays until the end of the year because you're not just going to lose it midway through.
I think I should look into getting on my parents. See, that's the thing, though, is that, like, I've asked them if I could stay on TRICARE, but they said that TRICARE ends, like, when you're 21 or some shit like that, or whatever. So, like...
You should just be... It depends on what they have, I guess, too. Like, it depends on how it works, like, what you're getting it from. I mean, you should be allowed to be on your parents' health. Like, that should be a thing. I'm pretty sure that's just the rule in general. The law that is that. Because it's gone up over the years.
I mean... Right, and I've heard that, it's just I wasn't sure if, like, TRICARE, since it was a Marines, or not a Marines thing, but like a fucking shit that goes to anybody who's like military, that it would be like different because it's, I don't know.
You should just be able to be on whatever insurance they have.
Alright, I'll double check with my dad in the morning and have him make some calls. It would be nice to be able to like get medical things done that I've needed for a while.
Yeah, again, like when you're, you know, whenever they have enrollment for Target's insurance, you should look at it though, because it's not, I don't know whatever the hell you're talking about it being, but they should just have regular insurance plans that you can pay for out of your You know, they just take it out of however much you paid. They just deduct it from it. And you should be able to get something better being full-time than if you were part-time.
Alright.
Your plans would just be better because full-time they're doing more for them, paying more to it. So yeah, I don't know whenever enrollment for that is. End of the year. Typically towards the end of the year.
I know they also have like qualifying conditions for being able to enroll at any time. I think I don't know if one of them might be not having insurance or like getting off of another insurance or something like that. I can look at that. Having a baby I know is one, or moving, but those two things I'm not doing yet. And
yeah,
I think the other qualifications like losing your job or
obviously like when you start a job too, they have it open now.
Yep.
So if you start a job in June, you can still get their insurance. So.
Bro, we've been cooking this entire time, dude.
This track's too difficult for everybody else.
Yeah, you're right.
It kind of always has been.
Yeah, I don't think we've ever been beaten in this.
You might have.
I have not.
Mm-hmm. You never got worse than second in this?
Nope. Don't believe so. Unless we were racing into Nathan and he did better, but I think when we did this race, it was earlier in him joining. And
Bro's been cooking you since day one, though.
Second. Oh yeah, not in every single race though. Like there are ones that I won.
I think so.
No, I think I cooked him in this one.
I don't think so.
We'll have to see in the playlist this week. Or the versus challenge.
That he's not part of?
Ah, that's right. Yeah.
I'm looking forward to winning my episode of Versus Challenge. It's gonna be a good victory. I've already prepared my victory speech too.
Have you?
Yep. I got the post made and everything. I'm ready. Already scheduled. So you're gonna go through Kamala's economic thing after.
Yeah, we can do that.
Also, apparently it's racist to call her Kamala.
You know what's so funny about that too? Is that
dudes had a meltdown on CNN. Yeah.
yes. Well, yes, I saw that, dude.
That's why I said it's racist to call her Kamala instead of Kamala, which is
But yeah, the funniest thing about that is that you had the in the meltdown of CNN, the dudes melted down saying or claiming that you are tainting, like, or you're offending the black people or the black culture. I'm like, bruh, she's not even black. And you want to know why she's not black? Not like this is the only reason she's not black, but you want to know a reason that she is not black is you know a lot of black people, the people who are not a part of the liberal media or the fucking soy boy black dudes who are fucking either gay or fucking black dudes. Fucking voting liberal. So you have those dudes who say her name right, but everybody else who is black who is voting for Kamala doesn't know how to say her name right because Kamala is not a black name, it's an Indian name.
yeah.
So it's not one that people are going to know how to pronounce right who are of that group.
I thought they claimed that she was doing it on purpose, dog.
Bro, like,
they said you're doing this on purpose.
Oh my
And she just kept talking. She's like, "Shut the fuck up, bums." So,
I wish she said that, dude. I wish she said that straight up.
Because here's
but
the thing,
I love
like,
how she responded to that. Because, bro, let them fucking. That's ridiculous.
Like, dude. That's the way that many people think that her name is pronounced and pronounce it as. And have been for years. Like, literally, years.
Right. And even that, like, on top of all that, the fact that it's not a black name, it's an Indian name, and, you know, people who aren't of that specific group might sometimes have trouble pronouncing names that are not of that specific group. Perfect example. You have the meme, or not meme, but like joke of older white people don't know how to pronounce black names. And, you know, I've had that a while where, you know, my name, Wanye, is said to people and they don't really know how to pronounce it the first time, unless I give them,
we
like,
meme
a
your name all the
or...
time as Wan.
Right.
Which is literally just a meme of how your name looks like it would be said. Like, bruh. We literally intentionally mispronounce your name, especially what we use as your nickname for content, all the time.
Right. Exactly. And you also have, like, Russian names. Those are pretty hard to pronounce. Or anything Slavic or Middle Eastern, like, those names are harder to pronounce. Right? Because they're not of your culture. You're not familiar with it. So just like Kamala is not a common name because it's, one, not a black name, and it's not a white name. It's an Indian name. Like, but upon all that, right? What the fuck does it matter? How does pronouncing her name correctly or incorrectly affect how the American people are going to be feeling in January of 2025?
I mean, think of how, you know, we mispronounce names all the time. Like, think of Jonathan, dog.
Right, exactly.
I just fucking say shit, and then it just kind of, like, turns into, like, the official name we go with.
I came up with a new nickname for this dude the other day, because he wrote to me, my name isn't spelled with an H, so I took the other H out of his name and called him Jonathan.
Dog.
I didn't spell his name wrong like that on purpose. I think I spelled it like that in a X post recently. But
You spelled it wrong on the fucking fake shirt, dog.
yeah. Well, because my brother, his name is spelled John because he doesn't... That dude has always hated the word John like is in reference to the toilet, so he spelled it with a H, even though his name was spelled Jon. So like I've always like not thought of the word the name John in that spelling.
Yeah, no, I get what you're saying, but the thing is that he actually told about it the other day when we were discussing how you misspell his name. And that is from people that, like, if their name will be, like, if your name is just John, alright, typically you'll use a H. And then if your name is Jonathan and you shorten it to John, you don't use H. That was a breakdown from a John expert.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So, that's
so
why...
his full legal name is Jonathan, but spelled without the H?
Yes, because if he's going to use John as a nickname, he'll use Jon. Because that's just shortened from Jonathan. Where if your name is John and your legal name is just John, it's Jonh.
Wait,
John. Jo, whatever.
Oh.
I had the letters backwards. Yeah, John, like with an H, will be if you're just using John as like your legal name. Where Jonathan's your legal name, then you use it without an H, because there's no H in Jonathan, in the John half of it.
Yes, that makes sense. And genuinely, like 100%, that I'm not spelling his name wrong on purpose. Like,
it's just that it's something that bugs him. So like, when you do it wrong, it just annoys the shit out of him. Because whenever anybody spells his name wrong, it annoys the shit out of him. Like if you put the H, he just fucking gets mad about it. Like again, there's a we have our lockers in the break room, and they didn't write Jonathan, they wrote John, but they put an H in it. Bro crossed that shit out. Like, bro was big mad about it.
I get that.
So,
I mean, like,
it's one of those things that, like, it's all down to like preference of shit. Like,
yeah,
you know, with your name, like however what you like or don't like.
Right, but for Jonathan's case, like, genuinely, I'm not making that mistake on purpose. Or...
I didn't think you were. I thought it was because of how your brother's name was spelled.
Yes, that's exactly.
That's what I thought it was. Like the whole time.
That's like condition, not muscle memory.
Obviously, like I know that about you, which she wouldn't know that about you.
Yes, yeah.
But like I was like, oh, that's definitely why he's spelling it that way, because you just grew up with it being spelled that way all the time.
Yeah, and that dude would get big hurt if you spelled his name Jon. Because that's what I do. Like, because John, that's how I'd spell it. That's how I did spell it. I didn't know it had an H in it. And I was like, oh, I'd spell it Jon. And then that dude told me that was like a slang term where he grew up for toilet.
Yeah. Yeah, again, everybody has like different preferences on all things, their names, nicknames or not. It's really interesting, like, thing.
Yeah.
Like, some people, like, it just depends if they're really not, this is how you're gonna say my name, like, fully or not. I'm good with a nickname or not.
I don't have a problem with any of my nicknames besides Wanye, because of the fucking person who coined that term.
Wanye. Oh man, that's hilarious. I forgot about that meme. That's fucking dang.
But
fucking
all the other nicknames, like Wan, fucking bro, she told me the other day that she
still wants you.
No, dude. She kicked her fiance, old fiance, ex-husband, I don't know what the fuck he was, out of the house. And I was like, cool.
Shit, there's room for you now. That probably would happen.
Yeah, no, because there was like a rumor that she fucking got arrested because the cops were at her house, and she told me later she was like, no, it was just me. Well, I didn't ask her about it because I don't care that much, but she came up to me and was like, hey, guess what? And I was like, what? She was like, the bum's out of my house. I kicked him out yesterday. I'm like, oh, that makes sense. Okay. Put two and two together. Okay, so to go over this, speaking of bums, to go
yeah.
over.
So no, but back to the thing with nicknames real first. Like,
oh yeah, yeah.
Like for me, bro, people will like would say like Kurt obviously is a nickname. Bro, I fucking hated that when I was younger. I hated it until like fucking 6 months ago. I just like I don't give a fuck anymore. I did not like it when I was younger. I mean, I'd rather not still, but I don't really give a shit if somebody does say it. I'd rather people just still not. But if you do, I'm not like, oh my god, fucking kill yourself. I think Jonathan said it to me one day at work, and I was like, that's a choice. I was like, but you know what? I don't really fucking care. So that's like stupid shit to fucking care about.
Yeah, that is pretty dumb to care about what somebody calls it. Like, genuinely, I like the creativity. Like, it gets annoying sometimes when people call me nicknames that I've heard a trillion times and think it's like they came up with it. Like, Wanye West, I'm like, bro, I heard that fucking literally a trillion times.
I was their day one dog, so.
But like, if you're gonna make up a nickname, like, you've at least thought about it. Like, I want you to be creative with it. Like, you know, I heard a good one. I was called Wonton before because I was eating some Chinese food, and I like that one. That was a fucking good one. There was another one that I heard the other day, but I can't fucking remember it.
If you're gonna not call me Curtis, just call me the driving god. Call me him. I don't fucking know. Because I'm him, because I got that dog in me. Like, I'm good with that. You really want to go with nicknames. The driving god.
Wanya is always a good one.
What?
Wanya.
Wanya?
Wanya. Yeah.
Wanya. Really, dude?
Typically, that comes from people who try pronouncing my name from how it looks.
Oh my god.
Wow.
Now,
and pronounce it wrong.
Obviously, your name has an A with a little bitch-ass line over it. I just want you to know, building the website using your name like that, it fucking hates it, dog.
Bro, it does that for everything. It's not just.
But here's the thing, it just fucking deletes the letter, dog.
Mhm.
So look at the URL for the 20-year celebration shirt. It's just missing an A, and I didn't realize it. And then it was too fucking late. I'm like, god damn it. So the URL just doesn't have an A in it.
Damn, so if anybody looks up the URL using, you know, how my name is actually spelled, then, oh my god.
Well, I mean, I hope somebody isn't looking up epiccw.net/Curtis-and/Wanye-whatever. I hope you're just going to epiccw.net and going to the shop instead of whatever the fucking URL is for a specific item. To be fair.
Bro, really? Come on, dude. Move.
But if you guys haven't checked out the shirt yet, I recommend you go check that out. Along with the Curtis for President flag that you can now get, proudly wave around. I'm hoping people like put on their trucks and shit.
Oh
You
yeah.
see with Trump flags, I'm hoping to see a Curtis for President. Like, dog, our campaign slogan is fire.
That's it. It's just fire.
Nah, it's greatness awaits. Cause it's me. So like.
Greatest loading.
Yeah, greatness awaits. That's my slogan.
I like it. I like it. But yeah, with
I might
with
make a
my name
hat
with-
that just says greatness awaits on it too. That's a good idea. God, I'm a genius.
with
You could respond to this instead of ignoring it.
I mean,
Fucking
I'm gonna
bum.
say fucking suck you off. Say, oh my god, yeah, you're a genius.
Yeah.
Ah, dude.
Come on. We're trying to sell merch, dog.
I agreed. I was like, yeah, I'd
Be more
fly
like
it on my
Jonathan. Come on.
bro. I said I'd fly, dude.
God.
I'd have it on my truck if I have a truck in the future. I'd have two of them on either side of the truck bed. Driving
Yeah.
down the highway, wasting all my gas.
Well, when I become president, I'll have more gas money.
I want to know your take on fracking.
Do what you gotta do, I guess. You got the resource, might as well use it, right?
I like that answer.
I hope you're coming up with interview questions, though.
I could come up with a few.
Yeah, we're gonna do an interview. You're gonna interview me, and we're gonna do one of the episodes of the podcast. I'm gonna get interviewed by Jonathan, so we're gonna get good ones.
Nice.
Get Jonathan to come up with some questions. I'm sure he's got great ones.
Like the first one is so what day are we dropping nukes on France?
Well, if this fucker doesn't get on my fucking way, this stupid French shitbox, it's gonna be fucking day one. Fucking bum. It's my fucking day one plan. Everybody's like, oh, this is what I'm gonna do day one. Fucking nuke France day one. Stupid fucking French shitbox. Electric cuck.
Hey bro, I'm gonna put my fucking feet up in the Oval Office on day one, dude. The fuck? I'm president of the United States, bitch. Nah, but for real, I'm gonna do that, and then while I'm doing that, I'm going to see what needs to be fixed in the United States, because we got a long list of things to work on.
Actually, the first thing I'm gonna do as president, genuinely, since I do have, the Oval Office set up, probably turn on the news and see the meltdowns. Turn on CNN,
Oh,
see
yeah,
what they're
dude.
saying.
Do all that while you're signing executive orders, fixing the fucking economy, fixing all the shit that's fucked up in 2025 or 2035. Six.
I'm gonna ask to see the Bill Clinton disc. That's my first thing.
We finally gonna figure out what happened in the JFK assassination.
Oh, day one, I'm declassifying 9/11.
declassifying 9/11.
That's genuinely a policy, dog. And I'm running with that. If I bring up like I'm running for president, but it's like already we can do declassify 9/11. I'll fucking say it, dog. I don't give a fuck.
I mean, bro, it's not a bad like policy idea. Like
hashtag declassify 9/11.
Because like that'll expose a lot of fuckery with the government, dude.
Yeah, dog. That's day one. That's going on the website too. I hope you know that.
Oh yeah, dude.
Once I get the policy section right up, it's gonna say declassify 9/11. So if any brands want to work with EpicCW.net, they're just going to go on the website and say declassify 9/11. What the fuck? Listen, I'm running for president.
Just think about it for a second. Just 1 second. Aren't you a little curious?
Dog, speaking of that, I was on, I don't know, whatever fucking dating app, and there was like one girl that's like, what's your fucking favorite conspiracy theory? And I just wrote Bush did 9/11. Fucking send. Fucking yeah, and
Stacy,
that's what it was.
Stacy liked you back. Fucking 2 seconds later.
Yeah, it was Hinge with the fucking like stupid ass bullshit. So it said, this girl said, "What's your favorite conspiracy theory?" Bush did 9/11. Yeah. Yep. That's fucking hilarious.
I don't know. I don't really believe in conspiracy theories.
Oh, I'm all about them, dog. I believe them all.
Like, I kind of think with too much logic to...
Then you're not thinking about the logic of the theories, dog. Like
I get it. I can...
Nah, 9/11 being an inside job, dog. Come on.
I can see what you're talking about.
Think about it.
Like,
think about it. Alright, tell me how 9/11 is not an inside job.
Bro, fucking... This fucking race is an inside job, dude. Just got fucked up by Zanzibar. In the tunnel.
Oh, I thought you would have just seen him. To be honest.
I did, but he
I was
moved
too
in
worried
the
about
direction.
declassifying 9/11 to call that one out.
No, I saw him before, I just...
This is gonna be the Racing Masters from the Oval Office, dog. Sorry, I was too busy declassifying 9/11. I couldn't make the call out for you. Well, I'm over here signing executive orders in between fucking races. Can I have the White House editor, or just someone that edits the content and uploads it? Some White House secretary and shit. Ask Bill Clinton about White House secretaries. Oh my god. I mean, shout out to bro for getting head in the Oval Office. Some real G shit right there.
Oh, Bill.
Oh, man. Bill Clinton was president when I was born. When you were born, it was George Bush, of course, but... George Bush was elected the year you were born, though. Makes you think. And when Jonathan was born, George Bush's first term was almost over. That's fucking crazy, dog.
Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful.
That dude really fucking tried. He tried to end my career. Oh, do you see what I tagged you in before, though?
No, what's that? Let's go.
I tagged you.
Fucked.
You gotta check it out. I tagged you in a post, and it says, "You need this."
Bro, that last lap was fucking wild, dude. El Tubo here, fucking. I was trying to flip. I was trying to find a good spot to send this dude, and he gets taken out inside the tunnel there by a dude who was sitting there. I hit into him too. Spin. We both recover, and it's just a dash to the finish. Where
He must have fucked up because his time is 12:24 and yours is 12:03.
Yeah, so at the end, he was right behind me, right up until coming out of the helicopter area. He got my slipstream, and then as I was taking the corner, I took it very easy. He took it and overshot it, hit the fence, had to respawn, and I took the win.
Okay. So yeah, check out what I sent you, and then go over these Kamala policies. Or sorry, CNN Kamala. I don't want you to fucking rage in the comments section.
Oh, dude, don't fucking get her name right.
No, it's a meme. Shut the fuck up. Don't know what to do, Bob.
Bro gets on me for fucking making a they them meme, but fucking.
Do I?
Yeah.
Oh, because that shit was
don't
ass,
fucking-
dog.
Don't fucking say it right.
No, I said because that shit was fucking not funny, dog. Right here making fucking mid-ass jokes, thinking he's a comedian, dog. Listen, you're the one that claims to be, quote, I could be a comedian, and then comes up with some ass joke like that, dog.
Bro, come on, dude. That wasn't that bad.
No, it's pretty trash.
Come on, dude. You know it's better.
Alright, look what I tagged you in, then go over these fucking policies, bum.
Apologies.
Well, if you could just
Update our
Hold on,
website.
that's it.
I do realize I asked Wen to do a lot by trying to figure out how to see what post he was tagged in.
Yeah, because I don't see anything. Oh,
Dog.
wait, you need this?
Yes.
Amazing thrift store find.
Dog.
Alright, what is the last? Oh, City Boy. Alright, so. Now, it's finally time to unveil Kamala Harris's policies. It's a big moment because never thought that this day would come where she'd actually have policies. But she did, and here they are. Her first policy is eliminating medical debt for millions of Americans, which we kind of touched on earlier. How do you feel about that as a presidential rival, I guess, in a couple of years? And by a couple, I mean 2036. How do you feel about this plan specifically?
What is the plan?
Eliminating medical debt for millions of Americans.
That's all she says.
That's all the Kamala Harris economic plan says. It doesn't give any details on that.
Well, I think she's the bomb.
Unless I go to her website. I mean, unless she has more on her website in more detail, which I'll check in a second. But
I doubt it. I mean, like all the things that she's added to the list, because I have seen her policy list. They're all going to just create more inflation, more debt for the country. Because when you just eliminate things, and again, all these are terms just used, especially by the left, because they're like fucking how do we get people to fucking vote for us? Just say we're gonna eliminate bullshit that really just creates more spending. Because they're the dudes that love to spend money on shit. Because again, the left is about how is the government going to help me?
Instead of less government.
Right. They're the party of more government, so that's how they get the support. Because you're like, oh my god, I don't have to fucking do shit because they don't fucking think about it critically. It's the same with eliminating student debt. It's not necessarily...
Yeah. I was gonna say, but here's the kicker: is when they say they want to do that stuff, they actually want to take powers away from you, and they're not going to eliminate shit. And well, in this case, she might actually do it because she's a socialist, but.
I mean, they did eliminate some student debt, but not all student debt like they claimed to. When Joe Biden was running. Because it's the same thing. It's just, let's change it to something else. Right? Now, obviously, things medically are expensive and are way overpriced for what they should be. That's a known fact. And I think that both parties want to address that. I think that eliminating medical debt, again, does the same thing as eliminating student loans. It doesn't really work because it's not like it just magically disappears, right? Again, if you look at things purely on paper, sounds fantastic. People that are struggling with debt, you get it fixed, right? That's great. Especially medical things is a little different than just like, I took out a loan because I felt like it and didn't pay it back, right? So I get it. But at the same time, if you just say, we're going to get rid of it, how? Because they're not just going to be like, hey, you know what, bank? You gave hospital fucking however much money. But guess what? You're not getting your money back now. They're going to be like, what? So it's not necessarily like you're fixing an issue. You're just changing the problem, right? It's the same idea as we've stated when we talk about electric cars. How it's like, we want to fix the environment. That's great. But all you're doing is pushing the issue. You're not fixing an issue, right? Because electric cars aren't necessarily helping the environment. Unless you're doing one that you're like off the fucking grid and you're charging with solar panels. But even then you're mining and making batteries and parts. But purely the fueling for an electric vehicle, you're just not putting fuel from dead dinosaurs in the ground. You're getting electricity created from dead dinosaurs being burned somewhere else. So instead of burning the dinosaurs yourself, somebody else is doing it for you. So it's the same idea where, again, sounds fucking fantastic. We're eliminating debt for people, but guess what? Those people now have to pay more money in taxes because the government has to cover the fact that they eliminated debt. So you're not eliminating anything. You're creating new taxes for everybody.
I think that's a really good point to touch on there, is it's not just fixing the problem, it's just shifting the issue. And I think a more, I guess, direct equivalency to compare that to, besides the electric cars, in something that we face day to day, or many people face, is in California with the wage increase, right? Look what happened literally overnight when they raised the minimum wage to $20 an hour. I think it was hundreds of businesses shut down overnight. Many more businesses raised prices overnight by $2 at the most, or at the least.
Again, I don't remember. Was it in Versus Challenge? I was talking about the Subway thing? Or was that in a Race Plus with just Jonathan? I don't remember. But there was a Subway ad for... They have like a meat roll-up thing. It looks fucking stupid. It's like $3.
Yes. Yep.
And the bottom of the ad said it was more money in Hawaii, Alaska, and California.
Yes, you did say that.
Yeah, because again, Hawaii and Alaska has always been at the bottom of things saying it's going to cost more money because Hawaii, everything that's getting sold is getting shipped there from a boat or flown on a plane. And Alaska is most likely a similar scenario. Or if not, you're driving it through insane snow-covered mountain roads from the U.S. through Canada back into America. So either way, it's going to be expensive. So, but California doesn't have that problem. It's just Gavin Newsom's a fucking idiot. So, yeah, I think that's a good comparison, though. What's the next policy?
Next policy is I checked your website, by the way. No policies on there. So
we're just getting this all from a tweet graphic, just so everybody knows.
Yeah. Banning grocery and food price gouging. Now, I have so much to say about this topic, but one, I don't understand the whole like price gouging argument, because these businesses are not price gouging. Price gouging is where you charge a ridiculous amount for something when it doesn't cost that amount. What the stores are doing is, for one, how stores, right. What stores are doing is they're making a profit, but they're not making a lot of profit. How stores run, most box stores like Target, Walmart, Amazon, whatever, they have very low margins. It's like within 1 to 3% or 4%. So they're not really making a lot on items when it comes to profits.
Somebody had a post based on that, of the amount of money that Walmart made from sales compared to how much Walmart actually made for a year. Like Walmart, I forgot, it was something insane in hundreds of billions of dollars, but they had 15 billion that they made, which of course is still an insane amount of money, but they sold that much of products, and that's what they ended up with in the end.
Right.
Because again, there are things that have higher value, which actually is interesting enough, because today I was at work, I was finding a few items, because we were trying to find just a few high margin items to kind of put near the door, so people might like, pro customers might grab them, before they go to checkout, whatever. Just, things that we can sell, make some money on. But even that stuff, like, some of the stuff is like $4 or $5. It's not like insane. Like, alright, dude. I saved that because I'm a fucking legend. But like that's the thing, like, a lot of this stuff isn't high margins on items.
Yeah, the way that stores make money is through volume, not profits.
Exactly. Selling one item isn't going to help. I mean, genuinely, like, that's something I really know a lot of and see a lot of, because I work in a department that makes a shit ton of money. But can you not be a fucking idiot? Nah, you're getting fucking walled. There you go, dumbass. Fucking bozo. Dude fucking flips me and keeps pushing me along and honks his horn like, why didn't you fucking get yourself fixed? I slam into a fucking wall. He gets flipped. But yeah, I mean, I don't work in a department that has a big margin of items. Like, lumber is not one that's a high margin. So, people want, like, discounts on this shit, and it's like, dog, you don't fucking understand. Like, lumber is one of the 3 things that military discount does not apply to at Lowe's. It's lumber, it's wire, and it's appliances.
I see.
And lumber is one of those things because the price fluctuates so much. First of all. And then again, it's not that much of a margin, so, we can't be giving people 10% off of that shit. Like, employees get it, but military discount does not have it. Because employees get 10% on everything. Of course, there is like a limit if it goes below like minimum price or whatever that they can sell it for, but they will do it on all those items. Like, we've got wood using it before. I mean, the washer that we have, like, we got that a few months, or like a month and a half ago. Like, that was one of the things that, you know, if you have military, no. I tell people, I always tell people, like, you know, when they're checking out, I'm like, just put it in anyways in case it is like an item that they do have it, but you're not gonna get it on wood.
Yeah, but I guess for the person who doesn't really understand it as well, or like the casual shopper of a store, or whatever, think of it like this, right? Let's say it costs $5.
I mean, I think we explained it pretty well. I don't really think we have to explain it. I'm pretty sure it's pretty obvious if a store pays $5 on it and they sell it for $7. Like, I think we need to give a detailed breakdown.
I mean, apparently we do, because there's people in this country who think price gouging is a good idea.
They're also fucking idiots, so it doesn't matter.
Alright, well, then moving on to the next plan she has is capping prescription drugs costs.
Okay. Sounds like communism. Again, how? You can say things, but how are you going to do it? And how is that beneficial in the long term?
Right, do we really want governments, like, in control of pharmaceuticals?
Again, this is the thing that I was saying, like, I know it sounded like I was being a fucking clown, but when government is getting more involved in shit, it's just not a positive thing. And that's why when I was, like, when your phone, right, iPhone 15, when that shit had to have the USB-C charge, remember how I was being a fucking clown about it, apparently? But according to people on the internet, mostly, is that this is fucking fantastic. Because you're not looking at it from a standpoint of, did Apple decide to put that charger? Because they didn't. They were forced to by the government. Do we really want the government involved in private businesses, right? Or just in businesses in general? And that's why I thought to put in the USB-C charger in a fucking iPhone was dumb. It wasn't because the charger, it was because the government was telling the company what they were allowed to use. And again, I think that there can be times that prescriptions are overpriced. And that is a market that, you want to talk about price gouging, that is a market that definitely...
Yeah, that is.
Like, that's one that you can look at and say, okay, it's not the worst. Of all the policies she's got on the list, that's probably the one that's the fucking best. But
I have something to say about the last two, but yeah. But we'll talk about that when we get there. Be a Playlist After Dark episode.
No, we'll just finish the episode. I just think that again, if you're gonna do anything, I think some of prescriptions can be overpriced that people need. So I don't think that it's a terrible thing. I just think that how you implement it is key. Like, is it just like, this is the fucking price? Or is it like, okay, this product probably only fucking cost $100, but you're selling it for fucking $500. Like, okay, clearly that's a fucking problem. Because again, some of these medicines are very much overpriced.
Yeah.
So, again, I don't think it's terrible, but do we also want the fucking government telling companies what they can fucking price the products at? Alright, what's your next one?
Our next one is providing $25,000
that one's just fucking retarded, and since that came out last night, that was just a fucking stupid ass idea. Providing $25,000 for new homeowners. Potentially more for first generation homeowners. Which is just fucking ridiculous.
What is that? First generation homeowners?
Like, your parents didn't own a house and your grandparents didn't own a house, but you are buying a house.
And what was that? You get more?
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, exactly how is that going to be implemented? Because, like, is the government just going to give $25,000 to anybody who buys a house? Because as it stands right now, a couple things. As it stands right now, like, if you were to be given $25,000 to buy a house, like, and you're a first-time home buyer, I mean, you're pretty much like set, and that would inflate the
well, that's the
housing
issue
market
with
as
it.
well.
Is it just it? Again, these are things that, and there's a reason why there's no explanation to it, because that's what, again, what the Democrats do. Is they come up with these social programs, that's what they all are, that look fantastic on paper, because people don't think critically of the negative of it, right? There's no, like, thought. It's just... And again, I know there was many people who voted for Joe Biden in 2020 because Bro said he's canceling student debt and didn't think anything of it. I remember my brother telling me, like, a lot of people from his work, because they were all, a lot of student debt still. It's obviously a problem that millennials and Gen Z face, is student debt. So a lot of people at his work were like, oh yeah, we're going to vote for Joe Biden just so he cancels that. My brother's just like, he's not canceling that. Not happening. And he didn't. So, like, which again, I know we talked about this before, is that during COVID they had a freeze on people paying student debt for college. Mm-hmm. Which all it did was just push it back further of when you were able to finish paying it off. So my brother just kept paying it. Because if people were like, oh, he's gonna fucking cancel it, it's not gonna matter anyways. My brother's just like, I'm gonna keep paying because he's not gonna cancel it. And my brother was right, because he spent 2 or 3 years and it was paused by continuing to pay it, and he'll have it paid off before everybody else does, because
and that's super
bumps.
That's super fucking whack that the Democrats do that, to be like, oh hey, we're gonna cancel all student loans, and then they make it so that they cancel it for the 4 years while he's in presidency, and then the year afterwards he's in presidency and then
they just paused it for COVID so you have more money for other stuff. See, that was different though. That's one thing that if you want to pause it when you owe money during a pandemic when nobody had as much money, I understand it. But people were being dumb and not just at least paying a little bit of it off because they believed that Joe Biden was going to actually cancel it.
Right, and now interest rates are extremely fucking high.
Yeah, but if you already got the loan, the interest rates aren't going to change.
Oh, okay.
Interest rates don't change on existing loans. They change on, like, new loans. People aren't going to take out loans.
Ah, okay, gotcha.
So, like, yeah, if you took out a loan 5 years ago, the interest rate's going to be whatever it was 5 years ago. That's why people talk about, like, getting something and locking in an interest rate. Do you ever hear that term?
Like, yep, like a house.
Exactly. So whatever you get your house at, so if you bought a house in 2016, whatever the interest rate is in 2016 is what you'll pay on your house. So if it was good, then it's good. I mean, that's honestly kind of why, like, there's
other... market's so fucked up.
There's other plans that I have for the EpicCW brand that you are aware of that I haven't really looked into that involve properties and loans and shit because, well, it's completely fucked. So, like, there's no fucking point in looking at it if the loans are fucking interest rate of fucking 70 billion. So yeah, again, one of the things with the housing though is if you go in, we should acknowledge we did win that episode though.
Yeah.
Brought it back in the end. So the racing is over. We're just going to continue our conversation for a little bit so you guys are interested in what we're talking about. you can stay here, but that's the end of the racing portion at least. But we will finish this discussion. So enjoy. So again, one of those things, like when that came out, I mean the thing was everybody online instantly, like on X, if you have X Premium Plus, you got the AI on it. You got Grok. Grok's a great guy. And that has all the trends, like he'll tell you about all the trends. And the trend on it said Kamala raises house prices by 25,000. Because that's literally what everybody was saying. Because, okay, again, you're moving the issue. You're not fixing an issue. You're just creating more because of the government's giving you $25,000. Where's the government getting that from? They're going to tax you more. Because every single one of these social programs is taxing you. That's all it is you getting taxed.
And not only that, but what is their plan for the tax money that is going from the American people to the illegals that is not being replenished? Because we're losing money, and like we've explained in multiple different issues in this policy itself, in this conversation, you can't make money if you're doing something that takes more money than it is to sustain it. So how's that gonna work?
Yeah, I mean, again, if you look at like the housing, right? If you give $25,000, yes, you're gonna be able to buy houses. That's great. But it's not like there's a shit ton of housing on the market because people are kind of just staying in their houses because the market's so fucked anyways. And you sure as hell aren't having older people move out of their houses. Because they got fucking low ass interest rates or like paid off homes, so why the fuck would they sell them? You know, imagine you get like an interest rate on a house from like, 15 years ago. Like, when all the houses were, after the market completely crashed and the houses were just completely like, cheap as fuck. Like, again, you think if you bought a house in like, when interest rates were low, why the hell would you sell it?
Right.
So like, you have that, so people that got good interest rates, or even like 2020 interest rates were fucking interesting. So like, if you got the interest rates then, because that's when everybody was buying houses a lot, why the hell would you sell it now? So again, to incentivize first-time home buyers, that doesn't help with people that are first-time home buyers. Like, again, a lot of Gen Z will be first-time home buyers, and some millennials because they got completely fucked in their entire existence in their lifetime. Which I always see my brother millennials getting fucked over memes of like all that shit, fucking 50 million wars and 25 economic crisis before you're fucking 40. So like, it's one of those things that like, Gen Z and millennials will be buying homes, but like, again, it's just gonna make everything more expensive. And
if you don't have the money to buy a home in the first place, and you're trying to get a home or even rent an apartment, because that has part in it too, because if you can't get a home, in the instance that I'm about to talk to you about, with people who just don't have the money to do that, then the price of housing is going to go up, price of rent's going to go up because people are going to be buying all the houses for the subsidies. So
I don't think we're gonna buy the house just because of the $25,000, because it's not really gonna incentivize you to buy a house, to be honest. Because like,
yeah,
again, if you're buying something that's fucking, again, houses aren't gonna be cheaper, they're going to be just more money. So if you look at a house, like, what's the cheapest you get like a decent house for? 150, 200,000, like
here, yeah,
bruh. So,
and then fucking wild ass interest rates.
So you got wild interest rates, plus they're going to be $25,000 more because you're going to get taxed more. So the people that are selling the houses and all that shit gotta make more money, so it's not gonna help.
And all this ultimately is just going to lead to government housing all over the place. Because you have in New York government just buying up houses because the homeowners are charging out the ass because they can't have the buildings if the rent in the city is too expensive to just keep the building, where everything else in the city, you got food prices going up, insurance prices going up. I mean, it's just spiral.
Yeah, and again, people don't look at it critically. They just look at stupid fucking social programs that they think are fucking fantastic because people just want to fucking chill and be taken care of by the government, which is a fucking terrible idea. Because then you're just relying on the government for literally everything. Like, do people understand that? Do you get that? Like, or do you just think
I
this
don't
is
want
fucking
the government
fantastic
to do that.
Like,
seeing how incompetent the government is right now, when we pretty much aren't relying on them. I mean, for every single thing in our lives, right? They have a lot of play in our lives, but right now is not anything like what we'd have Kamala was elected and we have socialism and communism in America. But seeing as the government is incompetent right now, I do not want them running my entire life. No way. I'm good.
no, because it's just one of those things that, like, you know, people continue to add social programs and you keep adding shit in. Like, it's not a good thing or a positive thing to continue that. Like, but people don't look at it critically. They're just like, oh my god, she said she wants to do this. It's fucking fantastic. Like, you know, because again, people just want to fucking chill and be taken care of and not do anything. And it's just like, you know, it doesn't. Oh my god. Doesn't help anybody because ultimately you're just gonna be in a worse situation financially. Because, again, when the government isn't just magically making these things happen, which a lot of people don't think of, which, again, that's the part that if it was just like, we can do it just because we fucking can, it doesn't cost anything, like, okay.
And the reason we can't do that is because if we print money, which is what America does, when we have low inflation to keep the numbers, you know, where they're supposed to be at. If we print money and we have high inflation, that's going to absolutely fuck the United States. Which is why we cannot just keep printing money into oblivion, especially in a situation where we're at right now, where our economy is already in the tank or tanking for a while, and we're taking a measure that is only really supposed to be done when we're in a really, really, really good economy. Right? So the situation we should be in now is cutting taxes and, you know, basically Trump's plan, not the Democrats' plan.
Well, again, that's always the difference between the Republicans and Democrats, is Democrats want to do social programs and spend a shit ton of money and, you know, do all these fucking things that are viewed as, again, left things and going towards that route where there's more government and more, you know, relying on those things, going towards, you know, programs that are like, oh, it's fucking great that we do all these things for people, when in reality it's like, you know, not the play, because it just costs more money and it hurts the country overall.
It hurts again, like, more people doing that way.
Yeah, like, okay, again, with the whole, like, giving people money, like, to buy a house, that doesn't help anybody. And I don't get, like, the first generation homeowner, like, the fuck does that matter? Like, at that point, it's just
like, from the colleges, like, oh, my mom didn't go to college.
Well, yeah, that's the thing. It's like,
generational, like it's kind of like the poor getting like a head up over the
Yeah.
people who have like more of a advantage.
It's like
as you
if
could
you,
say.
yeah, it's like, okay, if you're already like killing it, like, okay, but why do we need to just be like, ah, these people are not fucking, they started killing it, but their parents didn't kill it, so like, we're gonna give you some extra money, like.
And again, when all the illegals have kids,
that
then
leads to the fucking communism, and it leads to the we're all going to be equal, because that's ultimately what Kamala Harris is about, and you know the left, the extreme left, is about the people who have gotten ahead and the people that are, you know, their families have done well and they're doing well. It's to help the people that haven't, and then just ultimately say, well, now we're all equal, which isn't necessarily A, fair, and B, really the way to run the country or run anything, because everybody being equal isn't fucking reality.
Right. And now, I feel like that's a really good distinction to make as well, because in a perfect world, right, communism, socialism, that shit would work. But we don't live in a perfect world. That's again why
it works in theory, but not in execution.
Right. But we don't live in a perfect world. We live in America in reality, right? So America is not run in the perfect world or by the perfect people. So the way that this all works is through capitalism, and the ways that the steps that we're going in, the direction that we're going in because of Kamala Harris's plan would absolutely wreck the country, and that is why people are saying that. Is because America cannot be communist. It cannot be social. It won't work. We're not going to be the country on this fucking world stage that we are if we go to communism or socialism.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like most of the time, like, you look at that and when has socialism or communism, like, worked in reality? Like,
I don't even want to hear.
Like, have these bums not heard of a thing called the Soviet Union? People not heard of that?
Guess not. I mean, I don't even want to hear, like, the whole, oh, where has it worked situation. I want to know what other country is running solely off communism and socialism that is as powerful as America.
China.
Because it's not China. They're half communist. They have capitalists too.
I mean,
it's not completely communism. Yes, it is in the way it's run.
That you're gonna get.
Yes, but that's okay. Yes, it's the closest you're gonna get, but America is also not trying to be like China.
Well, but that's the thing. I mean, China obviously is a powerful country, but like in the reality of it, they're not compared to like America. Like, we're still like significantly more powerful in that sense. Like, I just think that it's one of those things that in theory and in reality, like, socialism and communism doesn't really do much, because when you have like a full, like you said, a full communism, I mean, that was shit like the Soviet Union, where it's just fucking complete ass for everybody. Obviously China has a little bit of capitalism to it, but that's also for like the government side of it and not for the individuals of the country.
Right.
Because the thing that comes with communism that people don't understand is the idea of what communism is compared to how it's executed is always going to be different too, because the idea of it is just everybody's equal and everybody has all the same things. But there's the leadership of it, which then just becomes a dictatorship and controls everything that you do. Because it's the control of it leads to that. It's not just like communism as a concept compared to, again, leadership of it. You get dictatorships and complete control of everything because if everybody's going to be equal, how do you control everybody equal? Well, you have to control it. And if you just sit and say, oh, I have an idea, you're not allowed to think because you're thinking something that somebody else isn't. Because then you're going to come up with something that's going to benefit you. And then you have communism. Say, oh, we need that. We all need to benefit from it. It's like getting a fucking participation trophy when you just fucking didn't do anything.
Yep. And if you can't control people, or if you don't have people falling in line with your ideas, and you can't control them, how do you control them? Killing them.
Exactly. So, like, that's the thing that you get in China is getting rid of people that do things like that. It's like, oh, you just been disappeared now. It's over.
Same with Russia.
Exactly.
And I'm sure same
Which
with
Russia
Cuba.
still has, and when it was the Soviet Union, it was another fucking up.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. I'm sure same with Cuba, same with Venezuela.
Yeah, exactly. Like, if you go in, like, you're gonna get fucking cooked. So, like, do you really want that? Do you really want Kamala Harris to be a dictator?
Oh my god, but Donald Trump said he was gonna be a dictator day one.
I love how everything is just fucking taken out of context, as the man ever fucking says. Like, it's not, because the difference is Kamala Harris, the things that she says based on policies or plans she wants to implement or whatever the fuck, are that, and the things that she says actually are communist and dictator-esque. Donald Trump hasn't said things that are communist or dictator-esque.
Poison the bottle of swamp, literally Hitler.
Like, bruh. Again, the shit just gets taken so out of fucking context. Like,
Yeah,
bro,
I'm
what
so
was the fucking
tired,
thing
dude.
where he said that there is... He apparently praised neo-Nazis. He said there's nice people on both sides or something. Well, that's not what he fucking... Yeah. Bro never fucking said the white supremacists and neo-Nazis were good people. But they just take it out of context. Oh, he fucking praised neo-Nazis. When literally in the same soundbite he says, I'm not talking about the white supremacists or neo-Nazis. He's like, I'm just talking about the people that are protesting taking down a statue. But they're just like, he fucking praised white supremacists and neo-Nazis. And they fucking run with it all the fucking time. Joe Biden makes like a fucking social media post. It's like, Donald Trump praises neo-Nazis like once a fucking week. And then we just post the clip and like, dog, he never said that.
But, you know, the problem with the media is that it doesn't matter if they run retractions and apology statements and whatever. They don't even need to do that because it's in the minds of many, many people. And no matter what you tell them, how you convince them, they saw that news article and they're never going to change their mind.
See, here's the thing. News, though, and again, when you have a platform like X, which, again, if you're watching this on YouTube and you're not on there, you probably should be. Recommend it. A lot of the narratives kind of getting a little bit changed with that, though, because people are, like, actually doing their own fucking journalism and actually reporting on real shit. And I do think that there's a little bit more of a, let's think of things that are actually factually correct. And at least having a social media platform that does that. And again, with the things that, like, Elon's adding to it, that's just gonna be fire.
Oh, yeah, dude. That bro...
Because, like, he wants it to be an app that does everything. Right? That's his goal.
Right.
Which, ironically enough, is actually what China has for an app. But, like, that's one of their things. Like, they have one app that just does fucking everything you ever need in an app. But, again, if you do it in a way that's, like, free speech and say what you want, and you can do everything on an app, compared to highly controlled by the government, there is going to be a difference. But again, he was inspired by that, like, where it's like, okay, This app does everything. You can pay people, call people, post what you want on social media. Like, there's gonna be like you have video calls and just actual like phone calls you can do and like direct messages to people. I believe you got to have premium for it, but you can. Or no, you can get your messages encrypted with premium. And then again, you have like other like video calls, like a they're called X Conference, that's coming out soon, where you can like, you know, instead of using Zoom or Skype or some shit, you just do it right on X. So like, bro's doing everything. So again, if you're not on there, definitely recommend it, because it is more of a high quality social media than it ever has been. Which again, X, when it was Twitter, was pretty fire back in the day until they started restricting everybody on it, but always was a relatively fire app. Always one of my favorite social medias, so now that Elon's body's been cooking. I mean, there are a few ones who do some shit that's like, bro, what the fuck are you doing? But most of the time, bro's cooking.
Yeah.
So, next policy.
Yeah, I feel it's time to hit the last policy. I feel like there was more policies here. But let's read the last one here. Offering a $6,000 child tax credit per child for the first year of life. Now, this one was the one that I was like, that one doesn't actually sound bad. $6,000 I think is a little bit ridiculous. But the thing is that if it's only for the first year of life, I guess I can understand it, because I believe it was... I genuinely don't remember what president it was under, Trump or Biden, that had like the child tax credit a couple of years ago, where if you had a child, then you get paid like $2,500 or something like that.
Don't they just have that on your taxes every year though?
I think it was different. Like, people got like actual, I don't know. I think people got some actual benefit changed in when this was implemented, whatever year that was, 2020, 2021. But $6,000 I think is a little bit high, but I think that this is a good idea because our generation is not having kids, and a lot of the women in our generation are not interested in that, or like restricting their bodies, like taking hormones, or
I'm not going to comment on that one.
Getting abortions and shit like that. So I really think it's an issue eventually, probably 100 years, 50 years, not even that long.
Less than 100.
Yeah, that we're gonna see a massive drop in Americans being born here, and I think that's also a reason why they opened the border to fix that problem as well. But I do think that this, if it was a lower amount, which I think Trump should come out with a little bit of a better plan revised from this, that it would be a good idea, and it would actually help like Americans not kind of.
But here's the thing:
be replaced.
It wouldn't help. So this is already a thing that other countries do, and it doesn't work. Because there are other countries that have worse levels of people not having kids. Now,
yep, like Japan.
Yes, Japan, South Korea. Those are like two like the highest in the world. Now, granted, those cultures are different than American culture, but it's still a similar thing where people are like, oh, we're not having kids. So it doesn't work in those countries. It hasn't helped with birth rates. Like, obviously it's expensive, but also people don't necessarily want to have kids for whatever fucking reason. Which again, I'm not gonna go into that right now. But I just don't think giving out A, giving money to incentivize people to have kids is wild. And B, doesn't really help because, again, it's already been proven in other countries that it doesn't help with the birth rate. I think that people not having kids has to come from a different, like, economic level, but also just, like, there's got to be other things that people want to actually have kids and not just, like, I don't want kids because I'm a fucking bum. Like, I don't know. I think that it's one of those things that it's not going to help people, and again, it comes to creating more taxes on other shit because there's just no way that we're just going to magically give people $6,000 a kid.
Yeah, you'd have to print the money, and then again.
So again, it comes from. It's not even just printing the money though. Like, it's just raising taxes on shit.
Or that, yep.
So like, it doesn't help in that aspect. But again, if you're trying to incentivize people to have kids, adding more taxes and more things are going to ultimately hurt the economy. I think we need to get to a spot where the country's better economically to, lead to that. And also I think that it's the culture that we have that we've put this emphasis on, women going and doing, whatever shit, right? Like, the feminist
girl
movement
boss.
of what?
Girl boss.
Yeah.
Women can do their own thing, yeah. Kind of shit.
Which, whatever. But like, when countries, back in when America was popping off, people having a lot of kids back in the 50s and 60s, where you get, boomers. That's where that is obviously from. People having a shit ton of kids. Things were different with the country with the fact that, like, women didn't have to go out and work. And when you kind of, like, change things economically where women, you have to go get jobs, then it turns into every woman has to get a job. And then it kind of leads to, I don't want kids. Because it does ultimately lead to that. Where, and even if there are women that don't necessarily want to do that, you're kind of in a spot where you have to. You have to have a job and do all that stuff, where it kind of puts the emphasis on not having kids, because then you put a spot where women are like, I want to go out and have a fucking, I don't know, whatever, expensive or a high-paying job, when you had times you didn't need to. You just had, you could go on one paycheck because you had, the ability to stay home. But now everything's got expensive that you can't do that.
Right, and you have to pay extra costs. Like, for example, if you have a kid, you have to worry about daycare, medical expenses, food.
Exactly.
All that requires both having a job and having time outside of a job, or hiring somebody like a babysitter or, again, daycare, to be able to take care of your kid while you're at work making money so you can afford all the shit that's raising in costs.
Yeah, so again, I think that, like, that's really what leads to is the cost of things and the feminist, like you said, girl boss movement thing that's like, what was wrong with women being home, like, and I know if anybody watches this, the female viewership's gonna drop to 0 from the 12% it's at currently. But like, I don't know what's wrong with, like, staying home and, like,
being a traditional woman.
Yeah,
bro,
raising kids and, like, cooking some food and shit. Like, what's wrong with that? Like,
oh, there's nothing wrong with that, bro, and it is amazing. Like, it is fucking amazing. Erin's a fucking traditional woman. I'm being genuine about that. That's how she was raised, and that's how she's, like, taking the relationship and how she, like, acts. I fucking love it, dude.
Like, what's wrong with that? Why would you not want to do that? Like, I don't know. To me, like, when I'm, I'm out here, I'm
that
like,
says a lot more girl boss than anything, right?
yeah, no, like, I'm on fucking, dating app, and I was on Hinge because I was fucking not trying to do work for fucking 12 hours. So I was in the break room, and there was like one girl that's like, I'm obsessed with my job. And I was like, what the fuck? Like, that's a no from me, dog.
What did she do? Did it have
I don't even fucking know, dog. I'm like,
fucking pet crow grooming.
I'm like, dog, what? I'm obsessed with my job? Bro, get a fucking hobby.
Could be a Starbucks girl.
But it's just like, I don't know. I just think that, like, yeah, like, what's wrong with, staying home, having kids, making, some sort of food, shit. I don't know. Doing that kind of stuff. Like, I don't see, A, what's wrong with it, or why you wouldn't want to do it. So, like, again, I think that it comes from, like, a societal thing that also leads to people not having kids, and not just, if we give you $6,000, that will make you want to have kids, because that's not really how it works.
Right, like if you as a human feel like, because everybody has the ability to kind of project themselves into the future and predict what might happen, right? If you don't think the economy in your current state is good, or it's going to be even worse in the next 10 years, why would you want to have a kid? You know, like genuinely, it's going to be really hard every single day going forward from this point if Kamala gets elected and implements these policies to be able to have kids and just live a normal life without either the government stepping in a very enormous way, or something having to happen to where you can't take care of your kids, or something like that, because that's the reality.
Yeah, no, I think that's again a factual statement. But again, like, people don't think of those things, and it's just, why is nobody having kids? Well, because you decided to fucking make up some bullshit. You decided, let's not have women stay at home, and let's just be like, you all need to fucking get jobs because you're in power now. Which, I mean, it's kind of cringe, dog. Oh, God.
I get it. I mean, like, I don't have a problem with women being leaders or anything like that, as long as it's not the President of the United States. I'm kidding.
No, I agree. I think Kamala Harris is a bum, and I don't think we should have women as presidents. And when I become president,
at least for
day one, women banned from being president forever. That's my day one policy.
And dude lost all the votes that he had gained from the 9/11 release of the files.
Nah, I think that's great policy. You can't tell me it's a bad policy.
As your campaign, well, okay, I think in 2024 it is a great policy. I think that Biden should, before he either, croaks from falling down the stairs or just being old, he should implement that policy that women cannot be the president for 2024 elections. So that way Trump automatically wins. Because Kamala, I mean, as far as I'm concerned, she's a woman. She might not be, but
It's like
yeah, it's like she's barely fucking black, quote unquote. But I don't know, dude. I don't think that'll play off well.
Well, good thing this won't be on the internet, and people can't pull it up in the future.
Because I don't think that, like, unless you know, there was something that happened that was rigged, a woman would genuinely get elected in the United States government to be president of the United States. And I'm not saying that like I wouldn't not vote for a woman. I would vote for Tulsi Gabbard, 100%. After she rose, like if she was an option.
I would.
You wouldn't?
No.
You know, Nikki Haley, definitely not. She's not the type of woman I'm voting for. But, you know, like, a Tulsi Gabbard, I would vote for a woman. Like that.
If we get one that's, like, a baddie, dog, I might vote for a baddie. Have you seen have you seen my X account, dog?
Dude, fucking gave baddie the day to AOC.
Did I?
No, I didn't.
We have baddie of the month now, dog. Posted baddie of the month.
Bro, what does she even look like, dude? She has her hand over her face, and the other two pictures are her fucking ass.
Yeah, dog.
I was gonna say, it's kind of bad for modeling not to show your face, but...
Are you like an expert, dog?
No, but I mean... It's not a good...
I don't think she gotta worry about it, dog. Telling you, we got baddie of the month now, dog. I don't think you making an Instagram post really fucking matters, though.
I think they call us a thirst. I'm not even getting thirst trapped on Instagram.
Yeah, dog. Stay out here posting baddie today, though. Fuck that shopping cart. Yeah, no, we gotta get the policies laid out on FCW.net. I think we got some good ones. Cause I got the best policies, like. I'm gonna have the back to the kitchen policy. I gotta fucking stop. I gotta stop. It's over. Oh no.
It's actually over for your campaign now, dude.
That's crazy.
Ripperonis.
That's crazy. Listen, I'm just here with facts. Like,
let's stop making people suffer. Oh my god, dude. Who made the people suffer, dude?
who made is this a Kamala post, dog?
Yeah, it's Harris is proposing $25,000 to first-time home buyers. When my wife and I bought our first home, we scrapped together every penny for years, and now Harris just wants to give 25,000%. Whoa! And now Harris just wants to give people $25,000. Seriously, I'm 100% on board. Let's stop making people suffer. Let's elevate the American dream. So basically, this dude's a cuck.
So basically, the American dream is the government giving you money to buy a home. Dog.
Because basically what he's saying, right?
Dog, the American dream is buying your own fucking home, not the government fucking buying you a home, dog. Shut the fuck up, Bob. Nah.
What this dude is saying is
bum.
This dude is a bum. What this dude said is he and his wife worked years to save every penny to buy his own house.
I hope
That's
my
the
wife
American
is in the
dream right
kitchen.
there.
I'm gonna stop. It's gonna happen. I'm gonna shut up eventually. I really will, but
I mean, my wife's in the kitchen, dude. Whipping it up. I can say that. I can say that's a fact.
Listen, I'm just saying
Like,
that's all I need in life. Oh my god.
bro, it's.
Oh my god, I just got fucking tossed.
That's rare find in this generation. Bunch of fucking. I mean, there is a trend going on of like.
Make kitchens great
trad
again.
wives.
I'm gonna post that right now.
Make trad wives great again.
Make kitchens great again. Make kitchens great again.
But yeah, this dude said he wants to give. He saved every penny.
Jonathan's gonna get the notification on his phone and be confused as fuck.
No, he won't. Dude. He'll figure that out right away.
I hope he does. All right, what does Cuck say?
Well, I mean, I don't know what he said, but basically, this dude said he saved up every penny to buy his own house, and now first-time home buyers, like what he would have qualified as if, he bought a home under the Kamala Harris imaginary administration. He's basically butthurt, but not saying he's butthurt, because this is like the same situation of like someone got their if student loan debt was canceled, right? Completely. That's like if someone who did pay off their student loan debt, just finished paying it off, paid it off for 40 years, right? And then now the Biden administration wants to fucking wipe it away. And it's like, bruh, like you have the right to get mad at that. But this dude fucking sucking off Kamala Harris, like, I'm on board, yes! Like, bro, you're a cuck, dude.
Sounds like Zach would say, dog. Did you respond to this bum?
Like, no, this dude's just. I'll just let this dude be a bum.
Nah, respond. I'll respond to him. I'll go cook him too, dog.
Okay.
I did tag you in a fire meme though as well, so if you get a chance. Make kitchens great again.
They just need to get clean, dude.
Honestly, dog.
They're just dirty now. They've
Dog.
been unattended for a long time.
Make kitchens great again. Oh, I fucking can't. Oh no, our fucking one female viewer is about to unsubscribe, dog. I'm gonna be honest, if you're like a female viewer and you don't want to be in the kitchen, why are you watching this?
Okay.
Maybe the female viewers who are watching this are like washing the dishes while they
Like,
have
that's the thing,
fun.
if you're a female viewer and you're washing the dishes right now, comment down below, I'm washing the dishes.
Doing my duties.
Dog, this... Oh my god. That's crazy, dog. I got a pizza boy. Let me call my pizza boy.
Okay, I got stuff to do.
Dog. Wild ass shit.
Alright, I just roasted this dude. Time to check out your post.
Make kitchens great again, dog. Yeah. Make kitchens weird again.
What the shit do you think you're doing?
This is why I like finding someone on a dating app's fucking impossible because they're all like, oh my god, I'm a fucking bozo. And they're all into like gay shit. So that's end up like swiping fucking left on 95% of the fucking people that show up.
I get it.
Because they're all like fucking extreme leftist fucking I love my job fucking cucks.
Those are the socialist government girlfriends, dude.
Yeah, I don't want that, dog. Like, where's the extreme right girlfriends? I'm there for that.
Fucking Confederate flag bathing suits.
Yes, exactly. That is a instant swipe right, dog. Oh no. I think we're cooked, dog.
Well,
good thing this is going on Elon Musk's free speech platform of X, because I'm sure on YouTube this will go down extremely well with Mr. Mohan's dictatorship.
bro, you might fucking get your second strike, dude. This might be it.
Should I title the video "Make Kitchens Great Again"?
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it's not a... it's not... It's a joke that if they watch all the way to the end, people will understand. But, like, it's not one that's overt, right? So you can have that be, like... It's like a Make Win Great Again meme. Like, back when... Or Make Casey Great Again, when it had... when it had an actual meaning to it, like,
and not just the fucking let's sell a hat that says "Make Wen Great Again."
Right.
So that's
like,
the thing.
You know what it was.
When it was "Make Casey Great Again," it was your girlfriend's a fucking bum. The "Make Wen Great Again" is just haha funny merch, but that's the difference. First of all, so if anybody sees the different memes, "Make Casey Great Again" was your girlfriend's a bum. Everybody thinks you should break up. Because everybody was saying it too. It wasn't just me. That was a thing. Just make Casey great again. So yeah, you know, make kitchens great again. You look at it, it's like, oh, I think we should have a great kitchen. When really it's like, you know, maybe women should be in the kitchen more. Oh no. We've really done it now. We thought we couldn't get any more controversial than back in the day. The old content where we just said what is ever on our fucking mind, but this really feels like one of the Jonathan type conversations I would have where like shit gets a little bit more unfiltered. Because bro is just unfiltered as fuck. So it's kind of like, it comes out a little bit.
I mean, I haven't said anything that I don't disagree with, so...
No, I'm just saying, like, it's things that maybe we wouldn't say in a YouTube video.
I'd say in a YouTube... Are we not on a YouTube video?
I don't know, I just feel like it's not, like, things we normally say in a video.
I mean, I would say what I say... What I have said in this video but...
I mean... Oh my god.
All I said was,
Oh, I'm not...
I mean, I think that...
Nope, I'm not going there. I've gone way too far already. Nah.
I mean, I took the Harrison Butker approach, where I was just like, I mean, women can go boss it up, like, and you know, if women want to be in the kitchen, then that's what they could do. Like, I respect that. I like that. So, like, you know, I lost cock. I didn't say anything that I wouldn't, you know, regret saying.
I was about to stop. Just end the video, please.
If you guys enjoyed and you want to see some more wild conversation and racing, of course, we did get the dub in the end again for those who were watching the racing portion earlier and still stuck around for this conversation. Thank you, YouTube mods. But that was it for today. See you guys next week in next week's episode of Versus Challenge Racing Masters.
You guys can just watch Versus Challenge too on Friday.
Yeah, too.